Good morning. Welcome to the first of the declutter videos. I think I'm gonna do a whole series of decluttering for August. Today I'm gonna tackle the kids' closet. So we have a lot of clothes that we just don't need anymore. They've grown out of. I'm sure my stain fighting skills are really bad, so some of them are just gonna have to go away, but hopefully we can, donate a bunch and set some aside for family members as well. But I'm hoping to tackle this today. And then throughout the rest of the month, also doing some additional decluttering around the house. I really wanted to do a lot this summer, but just didn't get to it. So we're gonna do it now. And I did move the chair so that I had a bigger space, but obviously just ignore those big dots in the carpet. What the heck are those called? The impressions where the chair has been. But yeah, we'll get to it. Okay, well, obviously I was already a hot mess when I started filming this because it's not the first video. I think it was the first closet that I decluttered, but I didn't end up posting it first, so probably should have made mention of that. And it's October. It is not August. It was not August when I did this. That was kind of the whole point. I thought I would get it done in the summertime, but I did not. So I decided to make October the declutter month instead. But so sorry about that. Anyway, just cleaning out the closet to start. I didn't use any fancy bins while the kids were growing. Just used old diaper boxes and would label them with the different ages so that I could use them between kids whenever possible and already kind of know ahead of time. I do have to say though, I had unpacked and repacked all of those boxes so many times. Not really sure why. And I would fold everything. I probably could have just thrown it all in there because anytime I was switching over clothes, they all needed to be washed again. So I probably wasted a lot of time doing that, but alas, c'est la vie. Now we're kind of going through and getting rid of things. We don't have plans to use any of these clothes in the future, so I'd like to get them out of the closet because especially as the kids grow, they'll use that closet more for their own current clothing. So I want to make sure it's clear of as much clutter as possible. And you can see, wow, not starting off on a strong moment. Already taking a breath to think do I need these swimsuits? Do I need all this stuff? But I'm just sort of tossing things between a box to give to family members to look through, stuff that I do need to keep because it will get used again, stuff that was just totally ruined because I am not a cleaning maven by any stretch of the imagination. That's 1,000 headbands that I know will not get used. We only need a couple, and even that might be too many. But I think despite a slow start, I do get a little bit more into it, a little bit more ruthless. Just have to be super realistic and as quick about making decisions so that I can get through it. Otherwise, I think I'd be here all day. Obviously the power of editing, it looks like it didn't take quite as long. I wish that was the case, but it probably took a good hour. Yeah, probably a good hour to go through everything. But again, if I had taken too long to make decisions, it would have been way worse. So I try to be fast. I try to look for major stains, rips, holes to kind of help with the speed of decision making. One other thing that I was sort of thinking about when I was going through all these clothes was do I want to have any of this as a keepsake? And I really think the answer is mostly no. I might save one newborn outfit per kid because it just, might be fun for them to look back or us to look back at one point and say oh, remember how small you were? But I don't need an abundance of those things. And we didn't really have any clothes that had true sentimental meaning. And so a lot of these were hand-me-downs from other people. We've given our clothes to other people as well. So a lot of these things have been sort of around and around, which I really like, but I think it also lends itself to meaning that we didn't have a lot of stuff that was super sentimental to us personally, to our family personally. But again, that being said, I did end up like noticing one or two things that if they make it back from family members alive, after they are done using it, if it doesn't have holes or rips, that I could see, one or two things kind of making it into a memory box, for future reference. But it's a really hard thing, I know, for a lot of people, myself included. I don't know that I struggle with it quite as much as other people in my life, that I know and love, but I get those moments of like, should I keep this? Oh, it'd be so fun to look back on. But I think even in those sentimental things, I do have to be more realistic about it and maybe keep memories contained to a certain size box or drawer, and like keep it, one per family member, so that you don't get just super overwhelmed, because you still have to have a place to store all that stuff. But I do know that it's hard, and seeing some of these little things is, bringing up memories, but I know somebody else is going to get a lot of use out of them, and a lot of snuggles as well. That's a very big pile. And I'm also noticing, sometimes in the decluttering motion, like things are going to get worse and get really messy before they're going to get better. That's okay. I've made a total disaster of this room, but within the next, I guess, 20, 30 minutes in real time, but next few minutes in this video, it will go away. But it was helpful for me to just like throw things into places in the room to put like with like. So whether it's the trash or the things I'm gonna maybe sell or the things that we're gonna donate, like having those separate piles was actually helpful because it allowed me to make quick decisions in the moment because I didn't have to worry about putting it away right then. And then once everything was into these piles, then the cleanup is super fast because you already know, okay, these are the bags of things to be donated, so I can put that away, or the things that are going to go to family members to look through and take if they'd like. So it actually looks like a mess, but for me, I actually think that's more helpful sometimes to just get everything out there and look at it first. Maybe once again, doubling the work. I think I thought this box would be bigger than the box I was throwing things into, and it might have been slightly, and as I kind of put things in a little bit neater, it does all fit. But yeah, ideally I'm not doubling up work. I think this is the last time, but this is the box that's going to go to some family members for things that they might need if they decide to expand their families. And I want to make sure I keep that stuff separate and in good working order. Yeah, sorry for the bad camera angle here. I think I thought you could see more of the closet than you actually can, but thankfully there's not much to see. I'm just putting things away that are older, bigger clothes that we do still need to hang on to, and then kind of consolidating diapers and wipes a little bit better, so that the closet just has like the most amount of empty space possible. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. Got one pile of just very worn stuff that likely needs to just be trashed. I do have a small bag of things to sell to probably Once Upon a Child. These are things that are like mostly seasonal, or they wore not at all, or just once. So I will see if that store will take them. And then 2 bags of everything else. So not too much overall for many years of kids' clothes, but yeah, 2 full, very full donation bags. And then from the closet standpoint, a lot less. So that's great. I've got just 1 box on top there for family members to look through to see if there's anything that they would like. And then 2 boxes for a little bit later on, a couple bigger things for those that are not quite that size yet. And then the mess, just kind of threw the boxes over here. So I'll be breaking those down and clearing them out of here very shortly. But overall, really happy with how much I got done, and I'll be sure to take these basically immediately to the car so that we can get them donated and such the next time we head that direction. But yeah, thanks so much for joining me for the first declutter of the fall. I thought I'd end with a nice before and after. Thanks so much for joining. See you next time.